Well, rumors and misinformation have been swirling since even before vaccines became widely available, causing needless worry and potentially influencing some away from getting vaccinated. And so that's why our Verify team is rooting out false information. On your side, Jocelyn Howard digs into one conspiracy aimed right at moms-to-be.
The short answer, no. The false claim says vaccines caused a 366% increase in miscarriages within 6 weeks. Our sources today are medical professionals at the CDC, UF Health, and the UK's Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency. A UK-based conspiracy website was the first to publish those numbers. The article cites data from a British healthcare website that monitors patients after they received the COVID vaccine. 6 women who received the vaccines miscarried between December 9th and January 24th. Between January 24th and March 7th, the number was 28. The difference between those two numbers is 366%, but there's no evidence any of those miscarriages are related to the COVID-19 vaccine. Chad Nielsen, UF Health's Infection Prevention Director, notes that miscarriages are far more common than most people realize.
1 in roughly 4 women will have a miscarriage, and 80% of those miscarriages happen in the first 12 weeks of pregnancy.
So while the UK numbers track women who miscarry, there's no data linking miscarriages to getting vaccinated.
They will happen by chance in women who have gotten the COVID-19 vaccine.
The total number of people being tracked by UK health officials is also increasing. In the 6-week time frame cited by the original story, the number of women of childbearing age getting vaccinated increased by about 223%. So it's to be expected that the number of women within that pool of patients who have a miscarriage would increase. CDC data released last month finds that of more than 30,000 pregnant women monitored after receiving the COVID-19 vaccine, there was no increase in the frequency of miscarriages. So this claim is false. There is no evidence that the COVID-19 vaccines are causing an increase in miscarriages. With your Verify, I'm Jocelyn Howard.